Hi, my name is Dale Shawn. I'm an instructor for carpentry at SIAST Kelsey here. And today's segment we're going to talk about door maintenance and what to watch for, how to do repairs to it, and things that you can pick up at the lumberyard and do yourself. So we'll just go into this door that we got made up here, and we'll go into it. I set it up here for us so we can do all the parts and pieces to it. Okay, so on the table here, we have some of the basic tools that we're going to be using. Some of them we may not have to, but we got a screwdriver, a hammer, a chisel will come in handy, a measuring tape, we'll need that, masking tape, I'll show you about that later. Tools, sometimes we need a drill, it's always nice to have a drill. The parts that we would buy from the lumberyard will be a deadbolt, and when you buy one, you want to, of course, install it. You don't necessarily have to have somebody to do that. And also a normal passage set. This one's actually got a key and a knob. So we'll go through those. And we also have a what we call a sweep. You might have to replace that on your door. And of course the weather stripping itself. Okay, now the first thing we're going to talk about is the weather stripping. Now you'll see it's nice and tight here, and all the way down, a good fit all the way down on this door. This is a new door, of course, so we're not going to have any problems with the weather stripping yet. But you will notice sometimes on your own door at home where maybe the dog or the cat has scratched and ripped it away. Maybe you moved furniture in and tore it away. So what we'll do then is replace that. It's that easy. We take and open the door, we'll walk through, and these things are made to be removed and replaced. They've got a groove in the jamb here, and we do is just pull that out. It's not nailed, it's not stapled. We'll pull that all the way through. Now, one thing you want to make sure of, you want to make sure that the weather stripping has not shrunk. Sometimes you'll see a gap like this on your weather stripping. That means the material has shrunk a little bit. So then you'll want to measure it. This one was, of course, nice and snug. And I'll show you a way to do this, cut this other new piece without using a measuring tape. So we'll go over to the table now, take this whole piece that we've got here. We're going to lay it beside the one that I bought at the lumberyard. And remember I was talking about either we could, I'm going to stay there, we could measure it, but a lot of times the measuring tape is hard to hold. So what I will do with mine, I will put masking tape on the end and one in the middle, and I don't even have to use the measuring tape now to make sure that the whole thing is going to fit. I'll move down to this end here, and I take my utility knife with a nice sharp blade, and we're going to cut it right here. You can use also a good sharp pair of scissors if you want, but utility knife is real good. So now we got the piece cut, and we'll remove these pieces of tape. Okay, now this is the old one, so we're going to see if the new one is going to fit as well. A little different color, but you can get the right colors for your door. This one's white, that one is more of a beigey color. They even come in black, so you'll have to get the one that fits your door. Okay, so now you'll notice that there's a bit of a edge here, a plastic edge, so that's going to slide into the groove that we have right here. Push that right up in here. So a little bit of pressure will slide that piece in and all the way down. We just keep going. Use your hand, it's as good as anything else. Okay, we just clean that up here and tuck that in. Just a little bit of catch there. There we go. So we got to make sure, we'll just run our hand across once more, and done. So now we're going to try the door, and that'll be the same for all of them. The header and the side jambs, you'll do the same with all of them. We're going to close the door now, and we'll check the weather stripping, and I'll move to this side, and we'll notice that it's nice and snug. It's like a brand new weather stripping that you want to do for your door. It's that easy. And of course the other sides will be the same. Again, if you're not sure about measuring, take the piece off and use it as a guide. Now that we have the weather stripping done here, and we would replace it all the way around, we're going to check out the bottom. There's a sweep at the bottom that should be replaced also. Now this one will just take the screws off on the other side, and it will slide out just like that, and we will replace it. Sometimes these are all worn out here from people walking through it, gravel, whatever, and we'll replace it. Like that. Does come with the screws. So we'll take it out. And again, we'll use the old one as a guide. Why not? It's already cut and measured, so we'll use it the same way. I'll take my pencil, mark it off, and of course it's going to fit. Okay, you'll notice there's a little notch in there, and that's so that when it closes, it goes against the weather stripping nice and tight. So we'll line that up, and I'll also mark it a little bit on here, because that's the part I've got to just cut out a wee bit, okay? So I've got it marked, and now what we're going to do is cut it. And we're going to take our little saw, a very fine saw that you want to have, and cut it down, okay? We're cutting through. Take your time cutting it. Don't have to jam it. It will cut through quite nicely. It was only plastic. And we're almost there. Again, take your time. There, we're through. Now we still haven't cut out this little notch, and we're going to do that right now. And I'll just put my finger along the edge and slightly make a little cut in it, a curve, and I'll take my utility knife then and just cut that off. And slight there. Here you're going to be very careful. Again, safety is very important to us. There you go. Okay, we've cleaned that off. There we go. So that's done, and it's going to be ready to install, and we're going to slide that on our door. I'm going to get down here, start it out whenever, and just hold your hand along the bottom to keep it up in place, okay? Slide it in. It should come to a stop right at the edge of the door. This is flush, okay? Now we got a brand new sweep on our door, and I'm going to close it to see if it's going to fit. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to pre-drill the hole for the screw because we're going into metal, and we want to make sure that it's going to fit nice. So we'll pre-drill the holes here. Now we're back with the other screw, and we're going to screw it into the door itself. There you go. And you'll finish the rest of them off, pre-drill, and put your screws in, and there we go. We've got the weather stripping and the sweep done, and that'll be a replacement weather stripping. If you'd like to learn more about how to get a career in the trades, visit our website, www.gosiast.com.